What do you think about Jankos' situation? I think it's sad that we're in a situation in esports where a lot of LEC teams are blocking each other from trading players and basically denying players opportunities to go to the teams that they want to play in. Because esports careers are not that long, and if you ruin 1 or 2 years for a certain player, that could have an immense impact on the rest of their career, especially for someone like Jankos, who has already been around for so long. No one can be sure if he's going to be around in 2 or 3 years from now. He might have retired by then, so if he can't join a team just because the buyout is so high and no one wants to get him, that's a bit of a shame. But it's not like this type of stuff hasn't happened before. No one just spoke publicly about it. Like, I myself have seen and heard about players being unable to go to the team they wanted to join because the team that they were contracted to refused to let them go there. But yeah, it's just not something that's been mentioned often in public. I know Carlos made it clear that when Perks left G2, he refused to let Perks go to Fnatic, and a lot of people were upset at Carlos, but this is something that most organizations have done at some point in time. It's just now that, people are speaking up about it. Does that mean that it's fair? No, definitely not. It shouldn't be that way. I think Riot should have done something about it ages ago. And I feel like one of the bigger problems about the current situation in LEC is that because all the top LEC teams are trying to prevent each other from building the strongest possible roster, we are most likely going to end up in a situation where every single team is going to have a clear weakness, meaning that no one's going to be able to compete with LCK and LPL. Whereas if we assembled some of the top players and tried to build a couple of really solid teams that don't just look like super teams on paper, but teams that actually function outside of the game as well, that can have a good atmosphere, where all the personalities align, where the playstyles match each other stylistically. Something we've rarely had, but the times where we did, we saw LEC go really far internationally. But now it just feels like all teams are trying to, ruin each other's chances, and I think for the league as a whole, for the viewers, that's a really big shame. It shouldn't be that way.